Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is November 10th. It is Thursday. Let's get right into the charts here because the markets are making a little bit of a move higher today. Trading up right now on the S&P 500 E-mini futures by 20 points. That's a very, very big move. Pretty sizable pop. If the market is higher, that tells us one thing. The U.S. dollar index is lower. U.S. dollar index is selling off today, down 45 cents on the index U.S. dollar index futures. Pretty sharp decline here on the dollar. Dollar down, markets up, just that cut and dry. Now, this is pretty big. This is a pretty big bounce when you think about it on the futures chart. When you look at yesterday's big downdraft, the markets sold off on the Dow Jones Industrial Average by about 390 points. The S&P yesterday was down 46, almost 47 points. So it was a big move lower. And today you see the futures rebounding. So again, it's all about the European crisis. It's all about the U.S. dollar index. If the dollar goes down, basically the markets will inflate higher. Right now we do have the 10-year bond yields on Italian debt moving back under 7%, and that's the catalyst there. Obviously the ECB or some other IMF, International Monetary Fund or others had to step in there and maybe buy some debt to bring those yields down on the Italian bonds. But we'll see how this all plays out and shakes out. Don't take anything for granted in this environment. Yesterday's downdraft was vicious, and that's all I could say. It was vicious. It was a real big sell-off, and you want to respect it. You want to take note. But today, getting a little bit of a bounce back. Normally, after a big down day, we get a more subdued trading day. However, I'm not sure we're going to see that today. Today, we could be in for some volatility, and we'll see if the markets do pull back at all from these morning highs. If they do, you got to be careful here. They may go lower, but right now, as long as the dollar remains weak, the markets are holding up fine, and that usually is the case. All right, a couple of other things to go over quickly. We're going to look at the GLD because gold is sold off pretty sharply yesterday. You can see gold this morning is trading, I believe, lower by about 20 points. But the GLD sold off after the COMEX sold off after the electronic gold sold off yesterday afternoon. So you're getting a little bounce back in the GLD today. It's trading up to 172.25. But again, we'll keep our eye on gold this morning. Gold sells off. It usually is a good indication that the stock market will follow. You can see the SLV, which is silver, a pretty good pop this morning, and that's telling you everything's inflating. So we got to watch that going forward. If you want to look at the USO, oil is inflating as well this morning, trading all the way up to 37.80. And now pulling back into the 37.63 level. Pretty decent pop for oil. Spot crude on WTI is up, I believe, $1.60 at the moment to 97.33 a barrel. So nonetheless, pretty big pop there as everything's getting inflated on the weaker dollar. Just keep a chart up of the dollar. If you see the dollar starting to rally, just realize that anything commodity, anything in the market really is going to come down. And if the dollar falls lower, everything is going to go higher, including oil, gold and silver. So that's the relationship that's intact at the moment. If something changes, we'll let you know, but I'm not seeing anything really changing at the moment. All right, a couple of stocks to go over. Not that many, but there are a few to go over. One, the financials are all getting a bid. So you can take a look at Deutsche Bank. That's a big pop. Yesterday closed at $36.13, trading at $38.11. Take a look at JP Morgan, which is probably the most important stock in the United States when it comes to financials. It's trading at $33.01 at the moment. Stock yesterday closed at $32.50. Take a look at Citigroup. That's up, 80, 90 cents. That's catching a pretty good bid. UBS, another European bank, that's catching a little bit of a bid. So all the bank stocks are getting a little bit of a bid to start the morning. I don't know if this is really going to hold up, but just watch these bank stocks as their leading indicators. In my book, I always tell traders to watch JP Morgan as that's a stock market barometer. Now let's take a look at some other stocks in the news. CSCO had earnings yesterday. Stock is trading sharply higher, around $18.86. It looks okay right now, believe it or not. I'm not a fan of CSCO, of the stock. The company's fine, but the stock is not the greatest of stocks, but it's holding up very well right now. Maybe could move a little bit higher. I really just wouldn't get in front of it. It's showing, decent strength, and the uptrend is okay. Nothing really to do on CSCO. Take a look at this GMCR, Green Mountain Coffee Roasters. This stock has a lot of support, and I'm going to say it again, at $43.50. Now, it's been bludgeoned. It's been absolutely decimated. But so we'll see if that level can hold. Maybe it does pierce a little bit lower than there. But there's a lot of support on this stock at $43.50. Okay. Another stock I'm looking at today is Discovery Channel. That stock's having a pretty decent little pop this morning. I can't make a lot out of this one. Okay. I don't want to say too much about it, but 46, maybe 46.50 is max upside on this thing. So a good pop for Discovery Channel. Very, very nice move. But again, I just don't see this thing going much higher than here. Maybe 46, maybe 46.50 max. I don't see it. I don't see anything more than that at the moment. Okay. Everything looks to be inflating. Those are really the only stocks that I'm noticing that are standing out like a sore thumb this morning. Everything else is inflating on the weaker dollar. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it plays out. Again, probably a decent scalping market if we get any kind of a pullback. Other than that, though, you want to be a little bit careful. It's crazy how we're seeing these gap ups, gap downs each and every day. Big dramatic moves in both directions. That tells you there's just a lot of intervention by central banks causing these type of reactions. And I wish it wouldn't happen, but unfortunately, that's what we have to deal with at this time. Okay, everybody, have a great trading day. Again, I will talk to you all soon. Those of you in the chat room, I'll see you on the microphone at 9:30. Everyone else, we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great morning, great day. We'll talk to you then.